Away from the sun of Tel Aviv, Samuel Bach is trying to help fellow South Sudanese refugees. We duck into a side alley, down a back staircase, finally into a dank, dark basement. This one room is all many of these refugees from South Sudan have as a roof over their heads. African refugees have always had a hard time remaining in Israel, but for those from South Sudan, staying here is now tougher than ever. Their country won independence from the North last July, and now they have an official country to return to. The government of Israel says they need to go.
It's difficult to get an exact figure of how many refugees from South Sudan are in Israel right now. That's because, as the Interior Ministry puts it, there has been a, quote, pouring of refugees from across Africa into Israel in the past few years. Now, the government of Israel is offering incentives for refugees from South Sudan to leave before the end of March. But when you speak to refugees here in this neighborhood, they all say they need more time.
Like most refugees from South Sudan, Samuel first spent years in Egypt before looking for a better life in Israel. But his status does not allow him to legally make a living.
This visa, you cannot walk with it.
So many of them live hand to mouth, working odd jobs as day laborers. And many are afraid of being forced from Israel back to South Sudan.
It's not enough to say you have to go back within 2 months. You want to leave Israel. Because the South Sudan, we don't have any security.
The Israeli government is offering $1,300 for those who leave voluntarily before March 31st and return to what Israel says is now a safe country. For others, like John Mallet, an entire adult life as a refugee will continue if he's expelled.
It's really not in my home because I never see the South Sudan how it look like, because I was been growing in Khartoum and also this different country in Khartoum and Egypt. This is my life was.
Such is the story for thousands of refugees originally from South Sudan. They came to Israel with expectations that a state built by refugees would welcome them. Now they face an imminent deportation to a land as foreign as the one they will soon leave. Cal Perry, Al Jazeera, Tel Aviv.